welcome to the show. Today we're celebrating some of the amazing women taking the world by storm this Women's Month, like the one and only Simphiwe Dana. Her journey from shy young girl to the voice of a generation is testament to the profound impact her music has had on others. Simphiwe Siswam, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me, Palisa.
Simphiwe, I personally know you as a singer, songwriter, and a social activist. But what I don't know is your starting within music. Where does that inspiration and that passion come from?
I grew up in the Bantustan. I didn't grow up in Soweto. Many experiences that people have, I do not have. And in the village, we went to church, and we also went to Imingongo. Everything had a sound check to it. Lima, like we are singing, so I had music all around me. There was this one church at night that I used to love to go to where they would sing the whole night with this bell, with this clanking. Yes. That's the only instrument we had growing up. And that basically shaped my connection to music. Music for me is sacred. It's not entertainment. It's a way to communicate with your spiritual side.
You're the firstborn sibling of 4. Now, in African household, that comes with lots of responsibility. You were able to do incredibly well by receiving a bursary within the IT space. And you could have gone off in that direction, but music's always been a passion. So why did you decide to make that jump, and what did that risk mean to you?
It was not a difficult decision, funnily enough, because something told me it's time. Everything is going to be fine as long as you listen to the guides within you. And the guides are saying, it's time to make that move. If you don't move now, you'll never leave. For me to fulfill my purpose, I have to go.
Did you expect your debut album to perform so well? And what other avenues has it been able to open up for you?
I knew that I had done my best when I brought the album out. But I still had my fears, reservations, because the kind of sound I was coming out with was not what people were vibing to at the time. I was coming with a very, very different sound. Literally, I'm taking it from 100 to a 0 tempo-wise. People are into house music, into kwaito, and here I am coming with Afro soul. The response from the people was, I was not used to that. I just was not used to it. I wanted to run away, literally. What did you do? But at the same time, we're like, yeah, girl, you did that.
And since that debut album of Uzandisile, you now have 5 studio albums under your belt. Have you always found it important to reinvent yourself, or have you stuck to the same Simphiwe Dana that we know and love?
I don't reinvent myself. I don't even know what that looks like. When I know that I'm ready to start writing new work, I like to listen to my old work. I feel overwhelmed by the songs that I've written before. I feel like there's no ways I'm topping that. I don't even try to top that. And you start from scratch like I've never written a single thing in my life. That's how I do it.
We're embarking on the celebration of your 20 years within the music industry, especially within the South African music landscape. That's unheard of. How have you been able to stay relevant?
I write from a place of vulnerability. And people identify with that. It's those kinds of songs that catch you when you're all by yourself. It's those kinds of songs that awaken something in you. Every year there's going to be a new trend. Sisi uzodinwa, uzobulandelana ne trends. You have a much bigger purpose than that.
Within all the experience, you've definitely been able to rack up the awards, the accolades. Now, is that important to you?
It's a stamp of approval, and I like that. It makes me feel like, okay, you're still on the right track. I won an award that says that your music is more relevant than this and this, and those things, they make you feel some sort of accomplishment. But they'll never be as important as that person who runs to me in the street and be like, Simphiwe, I can't believe it's you. Do you know what your music has done for me?
Absolutely. Mina ngithi isigxivizo, it's that stamp of approval and that pat on the back that a lot of us look forward to. You have brought us out to Constitution Hill for us to have that reflective moment on all of your social activism and social commentary, so I'm very much looking forward to that discussion.
Being in this space and looking at these tiny, tiny cells and seeing these pictures of the corresponding women that stayed in these cells, it didn't break most of them. They never gave up the struggle.
Reflecting on that very difficult history and past that these women had to endure, but still having their eye on the prize and staying focused on the end goal, which was liberation for the entire South Africa. You've been able to echo similar sentiments within your music. So what role does activism have within your music?
It started when I was young, when I was a kid, like with my mother, with wanting to protect her. I think I want to particularly speak about the influence of my mom, you know, on my musicality. During those times when you were earning almost nothing and being treated badly, and you must still come home and cook for your kids and look happy. Those injustices, you know, they would stay with me. Do we still feel that kind of love for our country, connection to our country, that we are willing to lay our lives down for it, like these women were? And I think that right now, that is a very important question.
What is it about certain political figures and people that resonates with the same sentiments that lie quite deeply within you, so much so that you've able to put in a body of work that inform exactly what they were fighting for?
I first got to know Steve Biko when I was very young. I was a bookworm when I was young. I write what I like when I was quite young, maybe I was 11 or 12, and it made sense to me. So I kept like having these conversations with myself when I got to Joburg. But okay, Biko spoke of the empty husk, because what I'm seeing here is that empty husk. We're fighting so that we can be ourselves. We can be free to be ourselves. All of these people that died so that we can build this country in our own image, they basically died for nothing then. If we don't remember who we are and try and bring us back to that point where we were othered from ourselves.
I wouldn't say I'm a born free, but as a early 90s baby who wasn't there to see and appreciate those sentiments that Abo Steve Biko were able to implement within our communities. Having incredible artists like you echo those same sentiments in the music continues to feed us, continues to help us grow and learn. So siyabonga.
Thank you so much, Palisa. I had a wonderful time.
Siyabonga.